It's a beautiful day. It's a beautiful day. Change champions, I salute you this very day that the Lord has made. Welcome to Live with Chatufa. Welcome to the gospel of the freedom of the Zimbabwean people. We are standing in the gap as intercessors, praying to make sure that our country is delivered into our hands. So much that we have seen done by ZANU PF, but the time and the season has come that Zimbabwe must see its freedom. ZANU PF must get out of that power of that seat of power and give it back to the Zimbabwean people, because Zimbabwean people deserve to have better leaders. And we, as intercessors, and on this platform where we pray for the nation of Zimbabwe, we continue to watch as things continue to happen in the nation. We do understand that there's a lot that is happening, and we can see confusion in the camp of the enemy. We see exposure happening left, right, and center. We see the hand of the Lord and the move of God right in the nation as we see the enemy biting the dust. And I can assure you that where we are going towards the freedom of the Zimbabwean people. Yes, we are live right here. I hope people can hear me from all the four corners of the world. We are speaking to all the Zimbabwean people that let us continue believing God for what He is doing in this season. Before we enter into the subject of today, we just want to encourage somebody to subscribe to the channel, to like, share, and also hit that bell so that you continue to receive notifications each time that we are live. Right. We are looking today at the situation that Songezo Tshabangu faces now, as we see a letter having been written to recall some of his associates. So will ZANU PF arm twist the courts again to protect Songezo Tshabangu, who faces recall from Triple C rivals? So already there is fire in the cockpit. We can see that the confusion in the Triple C continues to go on and on. Now that Songezo's friends and colleagues and associates have been recalled from the seats that they had created for themselves, what is going to be happening next? Are they not giving a sign? Is this not a sign that they are giving to Songezo that very, very soon we are coming after you? And what is it that is going to happen in the event that Songezo receives also a letter of recall? How is ZANU PF going to react? This is one thing that we want to talk about today. How is ZANU PF going to protect Songezo this time around? Because from the onset, from the beginning, ZANU PF pretended as if Songezo was a genuine member of the Triple C who had grievances, and a genuine SG member of the Triple C. Letters were written by Songezo, and the Speaker of Parliament, Jacob Mdenda, had to quickly act on those letters without even making due diligence. We understand that when the letters were received, the Change Champion wrote letters to the Parliament, to the Speaker of Parliament, distancing himself and the party from Songezo Tshabangu. And that's the letters that were written by Songezo were not supposed to be effected. And we see how Songezo went to court claiming that he was the de facto Triple C Secretary General. And when the members of parliament tried to challenge the recalls, the courts of Zimbabwe were arm twisted by ZANU PF. We know that, of course. They were arm twisted by ZANU PF, with Malaba sitting at the helm of the judiciary system of Zimbabwe. He had given a directive that every political court case was supposed to go through his office before judgment is given. And that, of course, we do understand why Malaba was protected by Mnangagwa and why Malaba is still sitting there. And right, we see the judgments, I call them the COVID judgments, because all of them were just fallacies. And then they continued to support Songezo Tshabangu throughout. He brought so much to the courts, including fake documents, including unsubstantiated evidences, including a constitution that was written from somewhere under some tree, where two names of a party were appearing, MDC and Triple C, at the same time. And you'd wonder, what is this? How can a constitution of a party have both names? And he was not also sure, because he did copy and paste. And I'm sure when it came to replacement, the laptop or computer did not manage to replace all the MDCs and put Triple C until Songezo and his lawyers had to discover that right in the midst of the court session. And when asked in court, how come there are two names in the same constitution, they started to change their narrative and started to say Triple C is MDC and MDC is Triple C, right? But still, the courts of Zimbabwe still upheld that, and they continue to go with it. Crazy stuff happening in the courts of Zimbabwe. Crazy stuff happening in the judiciary of Zimbabwe. All thanks to Emmerson Mnangagwa and all his rotten ZANU PF goons. They have just made our country a laughing stock of the whole world. Zimbabwe has not been taken as a serious country at all. Zimbabwe is just a banana republic, and all the other countries of the world, they are seeing us as for who we are, looking at ZANU PF. You see, the problem is now the whole country is painted black because of the behavior and the attitude of ZANU PF, disrespecting the laws of the land, ripping off the constitution of the land, just doing anything that they deem necessary without even considering the consequences of their actions at the end of the day. And this has caused the country to be where it is today. This has caused the judiciary system to become a laughing stock of the whole world. Nobody takes us serious anymore. Nobody takes us serious anymore as a country, as a nation, as a people. This is why you find that we continue to have Zimbabweans being abused and, Zimbabweans being used as, useless rags all over the world in different places where they've taken refuge to. So this is the situation that we as intercessors are saying we do not want to continue to have ZANU PF in place. For God in this season is bringing the new great Zimbabwe right into our hand. And we are standing, praying, declaring the living word of God over the nation. So what is ZANU PF going to do this time around? Because the letter that has been written, recalling those other members of Triple C that are associates of Songezo Tshabangu, could be signifying that something is coming for him also. And already we want to see how it's going to be treated, and we'll also go to see how, if Songezo Tshabangu would receive his own, how ZANU PF is going to treat it. Now it will have to go to the courts again, and will ZANU PF continue to support Songezo again? And this time around, they would say Songezo cannot be recalled. And the question would be, why? Why can't Songezo be recalled when Songezo just came out, or he crawled out from some rock from somewhere, and he found himself, dominating the courts of Zimbabwe, dominating the political scene in Zimbabwe, and, being hero worshipped by Varakash and ZANU PF goons, including up to even the speaker of ZANU PF, calling him the only diplomat that we have in Zimbabwe, the presidential spokesperson, the permanent secretary of information, all praising Songezo Tshabangu, coming to defend him if ever people would question his authenticity. So this is what we have been seeing happening in the country. And now we are saying, now that chickens come home to roost, what is going to be happening? Now ZANU PF is facing the very same medicine that they used against the Triple C and the change champion Nelson Chamisa. The people that are in the circles of Songezo, right again being the people from the very same Mtwaga Bulawayo that started this war, saying that there was unfairness in what the change champion had done. He had imposed some people, some individuals, so they were trying to correct that. And they had recalled many people that even caused the recall of MP Kufa, which led to Scott Sakupkwanya coming into play. And Scott Sakupkwanya ended up causing the death of Bishop Messiah. So it even has bloodshed in it, lives that have been lost because of this. And today, here we are now seeing the same pythons, right, coming back again to devour Songezo Tshabangu. His tactics are coming back to swallow him again. And how is ZANU PF going to protect Songezo Tshabangu? I'm sure you saw him as he was coming out of the Senate House, and how he was so proud, calling himself, a prototype of Joshua Nkomo, holding that knob carry with all that, with that evil, satanic wide smile of his, which he always does while the Zimbabwean hearts are hurting, and he smiles all the way when he is causing affliction to the people of Zimbabwe. And today, now that tables look like they are turning, how is ZANU PF going to behave? That is our story. We are yet to see, now that the goblin is going to be caught, the mother of the goblin must come out. Maive Chidoma must come out. We need to see the mother of the goblin coming to defend. We will see who Songezo Tshabangu belongs to. If Songezo Tshabangu belongs to the Triple C, ZANU PF doesn't have to interfere because it is internal issues. The ZANU PF spokesperson, Farai Marapira, has been repeatedly saying that, even on VOA especially, he has been saying the issue of Songezo Tshabangu are issues of the opposition. We as ZANU PF, we don't interfere in that. It's their house. Let them put their house in order. He said that many times. And today, here we are. Now that the war in the Triple C continues to happen, now if Songezo Tshabangu's friends have been recalled, what is ZANU PF going to do? Well, they can sacrifice those ones and say, okay, let them go, and they can go. Then the next thing, the next letter that will be coming will be Songezo himself. What is ZANU PF going to do? Are they going to allow him to go? Are they going to come out and start defending him? Will the courts stand with him? Because Songezo, knowing him as much as he has dominated the courts, he will rush to the courts to defend his position. And how are the courts of Zimbabwe going to behave? ZANU PF will give an ultimatum again to say protect him. And how is the image of the courts going to be seen this time around? If in the event that the friends of Songezo are allowed to go, then if they are recalled also from the members of parliament, it means we will still have again to go through some by-elections again. That's what it will mean. We'll have by-elections after by-elections. And another group again will come out and will start to write again letters, recall those ones again that have been elected, and then by-election again. And another group will come out from Bedbridge that will say we are the de facto committee and we are recalling those ones, and we'll go back again and have another by-election again. Is this going to be a normal country? A country that is just going to be on an election pedestal? How is it going to work out at the end of the day? You remember, citizens, right on this channel, if you search, there is a video that was watched so much on this channel, in which I had entitled, "The Songezo Tshabangu strategy shall come back to bite ZANU PF." You still remember? You can go and look for it. If you didn't watch it, go and watch it. We spoke about it right on this channel, and we said what ZANU PF is doing with Songezo is going to come back and start biting them. There's a lot that is going to happen. You know, they are opening a can of worms, and at the end of the day, what is going to be happening will be beyond their own control. And at the end of the day, it is going to end up exposing ZANU PF itself to the point that they'll be at a compromising position that they can't even hide it. So we are getting there now. That's where we are going. Can you see the confusion that continues to happen? And a lot more is happening. Do you think a party like the Triple C in its state right now will be able to call out for a national Congress? I don't see that happening. They are never going to manage to call for a Congress because already they are disjointed. Already they are not confident. Remember, they could not even go for the funeral of Mo Blessing Ali. We did not see them there. While Mo Blessing Ali was a member of the Triple C, it was expected that we were supposed to be seeing some of the representatives or even the leaders of the Triple C there to represent the party, to represent the party that Mo Blessing died as a member, to make sure that they are there also to give a word. But they were not there, nowhere to be seen. Why? They were not to be seen because they are afraid of the people. They can't face the people. BT can't face people. Ngube can't face people. Karenyi Kore can't face the people. Songezo Tshabangu cannot face the people. Not even one individual who can gather people and speak without eggs being thrown at them. Lucky enough, in Zimbabwe, eggs are precious. They can never use eggs to throw at people. They will throw stones and dust. Right. So, do you think a party like this will be able to make a Congress? If they fail to make a Congress, how are they going to continue? How are those structures going to be standing if they don't go for a Congress where they will elect the real people? Remember, Songezo Tshabangu and this team that is again recalling him is a team that was saying they were an interim leadership team, right? And they said we are interim, waiting for the what? For the elections, for the election that will happen at Congress. So they were saying Chamisa does not want to bring Congress. He does not want to have structures that are properly coming out of some Congress. Thank you very much. Now it is your turn. Can you demonstrate that you can do what Nelson Chamisa did not do? What you accused Nelson Chamisa of doing, is this not what you are doing also? Why these other people who have written the letter of recall are complaining? They are saying Songezo Tshabangu is actually handpicked his own people and brought them into political seats and given them bread on their mouths. And those others who are disgruntled probably are saying, why were we not picked? What criteria did you use in picking these people that you have chosen? And already there's a crack, there's a division, and we will yet to see more and more divisions. Which party is this? Is this a Ngube party? Is this a BT party? Is this a Karenyi Kore party? Is it a Songezo Tshabangu party? Is this other party that is recalling people from Bulawayo? And this party which is calling people from Bulawayo, is it the Ngube one or is it the BT one? You can't make head or tail of this. It just shows that these people were just used by ZANU PF and they don't have any clue of what to do next. ZANU PF itself, the ones that used them to do all this, they also don't have any clue. So it's just a bunch of confused cockroaches that have just gathered in one place. They don't even know what they want to achieve, whether it's going to be achieved, whether what they are planning will work or it does not work. ZANU PF has since just looked aside. They are busy running with their own business of the third term and the 2030 Anenga Achipo. That is all they are running after. They are no longer concentrating on the confusion that is happening in the CCC. But we are still waiting to see, are they going to ignore Songezo Tshabangu and let him die? Are they going to let him perish? Because it looks like the vouchers are coming for him now. ZANU PF, rise up and protect your boy. This is your blue-eyed boy. Don't pretend as if you don't know Songezo. He is your goblin. May you go and save your tortoise on the pole. Your tortoise is facing extinction. The vultures are coming after your tortoise. Will you sacrifice your tortoise? It is possible. We have seen you sacrificing Douglas Monzor. It is very possible. We saw you sacrificing Thokozani Kupe. We saw you sacrificing Morgan Komich. We saw you sacrificing Elias Mudzuri. All those people, they are in political dustbins, and all thanks to ZANU PF. And it won't be a surprise if Songezo Tshabangu is also going to go the same way, because ZANU PF, being ZANU PF, does not care about anybody, does not even care about themselves. That's why even themselves, they kill each other within that very party. So who survives the system of ZANU PF? We are always saying, family, ZANU PF is too dangerous for everyone, including those that are in it. And that is a system that we do not want to see. So all that we are saying today is, as intercessors, let us continue to rise. As citizens, let us continue to demand freedom from ZANU PF, from its surrogates, from all the games and the shenanigans they are playing in the country. We want to see a functional country. Are they going to continue playing circus with our country, with the police, circus with Mnangagwa just chasing away people, shuffling up positions, demoting some other members of the military? Will Mnangagwa proceed to have him commanding the ferret team, abducting and killing people? Will he continue to do what he is doing, the stealing of the siphoning of the wealth of Zimbabwe? And right now he's under serious sanctions from the United States of America. The whole world has been alerted that Zimbabwe is being run by criminals who are supposed to be deep in the sticks of prisons, but today they are sitting at positions of power. And this is not going to just end as easy as the ZANU PF people are thinking. It's going to swallow them. It's going to bite them. All that we are saying is the time of freedom has come. God himself has declared to us, and he continues to speak his word over the nation, that the freedom of the Zimbabwean people is now, and the freedom has come. Let us embrace the freedom as it is coming. The confusion and the battles and the wars, the divisions and the cracks that we are seeing right from the CCC up to ZANU PF, it is all the doing of the Lord. God is on the move, and God is in it. And definitely we are going to see the victory coming into the hands of the citizens of Zimbabwe. Victory is our portion. The blue train is not going to be stopped. Nobody has the power to stop this train. This is a train that is moving at a faster than the speed of ZANU PF. This is a train that is moving at an alarming speed that is faster than nobody can stop. God is delivering the nation that we have always wanted. One that I can safely tell you is that God is definitely going to give this nation into the hands of the Zimbabwean people. And for all those that have thought that ZANU PF shall be there forever and ever, write it in your diary and check if ZANU PF is going to be there and continuously being there. Today, just today, the change champion has spoken and he said, no talk about 2028. Change is coming, not even 2028. We are not getting to 2028 and we're not talking about it. And this is one of the stories we are going to be talking about in the very next show. Be ready, for we need to hear the words from the change champion when he speaks about the change that is coming. 2028, we don't talk about. 2027, 26, we don't talk about. We are not getting all there. The latest that we can ever get to is 2025. But I can tell you that we have a season of change that the Lord has already released upon the nation of Zimbabwe. All that we need to do as intercessors to continue on our knees, pray for the nation, declare the word of God over the nation of Zimbabwe. Freedom is coming tomorrow. Don't worry about what has happened. God is in control, and God is never going to remain quiet. God is definitely going to show forth that he indeed is in control. I just want to hear one or two contributions that are coming from some of the family members here. Right. Liva Chikwanda, how are you, brother? Says, afternoon, Chatufa. Tanono Kirwane, change. Definitely, change is coming. Now it is the time, my brother. No more crying. Sfiso Stole says, glad to join my dear family and our guide, Mr. Chatufa. Good afternoon to us all. Thank you very much, Gogo Stole. We thank you for that contribution. Precious Makoni, thank you for joining us. Says, God is in it. Avarambe vakanyarira Mwari. He one day chatted. Exactly. Say that again, my sister. God will not remain quiet. God is already on the move. Anton Jacopo says, good afternoon, Chatufa family, watching from Australia. I hope you are blessed there in Australia. We love you, brother. We love you so much. May God continue to protect you. As name Sakani says, greetings, family and men of God. We love you. Be blessed always. Thank you very much. We are blessed, and the Lord definitely is watching over us. Gogonube says, Songezo is a ZANU PF project trying to destroy opposition parties, but he doesn't know that ZANU is now concentrating on its own problems. Very soon they will ditch him. That is known. ZANU PF is ungrateful. They are just an ungrateful lot, and we know them for who they are. So we are not surprised when we see them dumping him. Lois Matomba says, good afternoon, Chatufa. How are you, my sister? Hope you are blessed where you are. Definitely. Teresa Soko says, good afternoon, family. The devil is falling right in front of our eyes. I like how you say it. Dagon falling on his nose, right on a tough tarmac, and he's going to break into pieces. His neck is going to break. His arms are going to break because the presence of the Ark of the Most High God is right above the nation of Zimbabwe. Dynasty Zira says, say that again. Say that again, my sister. Indeed, God is watching and God is on the move. We are just following the footsteps of God as he's leading us to the freedom of the Zimbabwean people. So I would want to appreciate you, to thank you, family, for joining me on this show. We are going to be meeting after 3 o'clock because I've load shedding until 3 o'clock. We are going to be meeting after 3 o'clock when we shall be talking on the main channel, Chatufa Television Production, on what the Change Champion has said and many other stories that are coming. How Kasukuwere has said ZANU PF has used sanctions as a way of stealing and siphoning the riches in Zimbabwe. Those are issues that we are going to be looking at. So stay tuned on your favorite channel, the channel of the gospel of the Zimbabwean, of the freedom of the Zimbabwean people. Till we shall be meeting again in the next show. Love you so much. Shalom, shalom. I sign out.